Hello there and welcome to Trinity Stamps. We're very excited today to be bringing you our sneak peek, day one of our upcoming holiday release. It's hitting the shop on September 21st. First, we're going to take a look at some brand new stamp sets with a Christmas theme. This is our North Pole gnomes. You can see we have a Santa gnome, Mrs. Gnome, some reindeer, an elf, a sleigh, a bag of presents, and 3 sentiments in this 4x6 stamp set. We have Ho 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 and Wishing You a Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas can be used by itself. There are coordinating dies to cut out every single image in this stamp set. Here you can see what they look like stamped, and then let's see how cute they are colored up. Now make sure you stay tuned and watch this whole video, because at the end I'm going to show you a card made with this, a demonstration of a card with this stamp set. It's going to be so cute. All right, if you love the gnomes, then make sure you check out this amazing set. This is Gnometivity. We are just so excited about this darling nativity set with the gnomes. There's also a donkey, a camel, and a sheep in the set, as well as the stable and all the characters, Mary, Joseph, and the wise men, and also some sentiments. So we have For unto us a child is born, O holy night, O come let us adore him, rejoice and joy to the world. Here you can see all the images cut out with the coordinating die set and colored. I also love that you can use these images for other cards besides a nativity scene, especially the Mary gnome with her cute little braids. This is going to be a fun one for traditional Christmas cards. And if you like that, you're probably going to love the Good Tidings stamp set. This 4x4 set has a shepherd and 2 more sheep that are a little different than the sheep in the first set. We have an angel and 2 sentiments. We have good tidings of great joy and Christmas blessings. There are dies to cut this out, and the dies are going to cut the words apart so you can have them be vertical or stacked horizontal. So it is a great set to go with or stand alone by itself. Next, we're moving on to our new Simply Sentimental sets. This is the Simply Sentimental Mary. These Mary images are just like our other Simply Sentimentals, but we also have a brand new font, and it is so scripty and beautiful for Christmas. Of course, we do have the coordinating dies, but you should also know this die set can be completely standalone. So you can use the die to cut out your stamped images, but it's also a shadow layer for the die cut word. So many different ways that you can use these, and you've got sub-sentiments in the stamp set to go with it. Here you can see all the images in black and white have been stamped and then die cut out. The red and white have been die cut out and mounted onto the shadow layer. I love to use our rip and stick sheets to die cut out those white letters and stick them onto the shadow layer. It makes it so quick and easy, and they stick so well. So we have Let's Be Merry, we have Merry and Bright, Christmas, Everything, Wishing You, and another Mary in a very small font. So there you can see this brand new set, and I'm sure you're going to love it because it pairs with the new Simply Sentimental Christmas. So now we have a set with all of our favorite fonts saying Christmas, as well as the brand new one. So we have a lot of sub-sentiments in this set. As you can see, this is a larger set, the 4x8 set, and we have a holly jolly, all I want for Christmas is you, have yourself a merry little Christmas, don't open till Christmas, merry wishes. We have some longer sentiments as well, like wishing you joy and peace this Christmas. We have and a happy new year. So a lot of versatility, and of course it's going to pair so well with the Simply Sentimental Mary. Here you can see the stamped in black and white, and then the die cut mounted on the shadow layer in the red and white. And I love how this looks with the red and white. It's so festive. I also wanted to show you the 2 new fonts together, because when you just use the die cut layer, it is so elegant. I think it's going to be great for your really pretty Christmas cards. I'm already in love with it. Next, we have a new 6x6 background stamp. This is the Retro Snowflake Wrap. When you look closely at this, you can see inside each of those shapes, we have a little snowflake. So this is a really fun background that you can pair with probably things you already own, and you can pair it with a lot of the things in this new release. It's really retro and fun. Here you can see what it looks like stamped out, and I think adding this with different non-traditional colors is really going to make it look even more retro. I'm super excited about stamping this up in pink. All right, next up we have a sentiment set that is designed for you to put on the inside of your cards. It's the Insider Sentiments Christmas, and we have a super cool coordinating die set that you can use in so many other ways as well. So in this set we have some sentiments, and they say, "Season's greetings with many good wishes for Christmas and the coming year. May all that is beautiful, meaningful, and brings you joy be yours this holiday season and throughout the coming year. May the holiday season fill your home with joy, your heart with love, and your life with laughter. Wishing you a joyous holiday season and a happy and peaceful new year. May the holidays end the year on a cheerful note and make way for a fresh and bright new year. Wishing you all the happiness your holiday can hold. Hope your holiday season is fun, festive, and full of sparkle. This Christmas, may your family be functional and all your batteries be included. Wishing you a Christmas that's merry and bright. Warm wishes, the gift of love, the gift of peace, the gift of happiness. May all these be yours this Christmas. Not even Santa could bring a better friend. Joy, have yourself a merry little Christmas. May your holiday sparkle with joy and laughter. Heartfelt holiday wishes from our family to yours." Next up, this coordinating die set has a die cut edge and also some lines that are going to press into your paper, making a very elegant frame. We have several different sized rectangles as well as one oval. These are going to fit every sentiment in this set, so you can find the right size one to fit the sentiment you like and add it to a tag, add it to the inside of your card if you like. And there you can see how pretty those pressed lines look on this paper. This is watercolor paper, and it just presses into the paper so nicely. Here you can see some of the sentiments stamped onto the paper with that frame around it. It is very elegant, and I know you can use it with things you already have. Okay, it's time now to look at our standalone dies. I'm super excited to bring you another die set for our Trinity treat box. It's the gingerbread house. So here's the Trinity treat box. You die cut 2 of these, hook them together, and you've got a cute little box. And now you can turn that box into a gingerbread house. We have so many fun details that look like piping that you can add to this box, and there's also some candy features like gumdrops and some peppermint candies and peppermint sticks. So this looks so cute die cut out, even if you're just going to die cut it from white and add it to the box. But I know that you can come up with lots of different ways to use this, and I love that there's something for every flap on this box. Here you can see one that's all decorated up, and really appreciate how much this looks like piped frosting. I love it. I also love that there's like a kind of scalloped rectangle that you can add. I think this is a fun feature you can use with any treat box. Even if it's not dressed up for Christmas, you can add those to a Halloween box just by adding it onto the box in different colors. So I'm in love with that. And I love there's even details for all the little notches and the handles. It's just a great and well thought out die set. I think that you're going to love it too. And you can easily die cut this from white, add it to your box, and have it ready to go. Another great thing to use with this would be the rip and stick sheets for those tiny little pieces. Okay, let's look at some new foiling dies. This is the Gilded Gift Frame. This is a really cool set. There are 3 pieces. The middle piece is the one that hot foils, but here's a solid piece you can use to cut out that frame or it can be cut out solid and the frame added over the top. When you want a window in that frame, we've got that third die that you can cut out that opening. So you can add a solid piece with no hot foiling and then add a piece that has been hot foiled, putting adhesive on just 3 sides, leaving the top open, and it's going to fit a gift card, and you're going to be able to see the gift card, and you can have a little attached piece to the gift card that allows you to slide it in and out of this frame. So let's take a look at that. Here you can see the Starbucks card has just a little tag attached to the back, and it's sandwiched between a solid die cut and the hot foiled frame die cut. You can see the card through the window. It fits in there perfectly, and just with a little tag, you can pull it in and out. I think it's going to be a great addition to cards or as a tag on a present. Next up, we have the swirling shimmer tree. This has dies, of course, to cut out all the things that are hot foiled. Here is the tree itself. It's swirly and very whimsical. And then we have a sentiment with it as well. Happy holidays. So you can hot foil your sentiment right onto your card, or you can hot foil it and then die cut it out. So this gives you lots of possibilities. I can already picture a shaker card with this tree because of the option that you have to die cut it out. So you can die cut a window and put the tree on the inside of the shaker. I think that'd be really cute. Here you can see it with some gold sparkly foil on green cardstock. I think it's a really fun set, and it will go with some of our gnomes even. Next up, we have some geometric trees that you can hot foil. There are 3 different trees and a die that will cut out each of them. There's also a nice sparkly looking star with a die cut to cut that out also. So here you can see each of those hot foiled. I'll show you all 3. They have really cool patterns on them, like this kind of starburst, one that's more like rays, and one that is a little bit more like a chevron pattern or an angled pattern. And then let's look at all 3 of them side by side. Aren't they so cool? They're really fun. All right, next up is Foiled Christmas. This is the last thing we're sneak peeking today before we move into our card making portion of the video. I think this is absolutely stunning, this Merry Christmas. It's very scripty and a beautiful font, and there is a die that can cut this out. So you have choices. You can hot foil it right onto your panel like you see here with some very shimmery, sparkly splatter. And then we have it hot foiled onto our glossy black cardstock, which is absolutely stunning, and die cut out. Isn't that amazing? I think you could add this right to a gift bag and dress that gift bag up, and it is ready to go. I think that is a really fun way to use this set. All right, now we're going to come back to the North Pole Gnomes and make a card. So you can see this brand new set in action. Remember, all of these things are hitting the shop on September 21st. Here we have the Slimline Star Trio die set. I'm going to die cut this out from some white cardstock to create a panel for my Slimline card. Now, I love this set because the stars that fall out, of course you can use them, but they also have an embossed line around the edge. I die cut this out 3 more times so I could get some different colored stars. Red, green, and gold brushed cardstock is what I'm using today. With those stars kind of laid in place, I'm going to use some Ink on 3 liquid pixie dust, and I'm going to add some sparkle to not only the stars but the background as well. And I'm just using a paintbrush for this, and I'm just coating it, and then I'll tap it, and I'm going to get some splatter onto my card that way that is a little bit bigger. You can also drag this on the edge of the window sheet and get a little bit finer splatter. I actually ended up adding a little bit of water and getting some much bigger splatters for that background. You can see I'm just laying it here on the top of a panel of white cardstock, and that's going to be my guide to lay these stars in place because I'm going to end up making a shaker card, and I want those stars to be easily lined up with my shaker windows. So that's what I'm doing here. By the way, this slimline panel is 8.5 by 3.5, and so that's the same size as the white cardstock I have behind it. So once those are glued down, I can just pick up my front panel and then turn that into the shaker. So first up, I need to add some adhesive to the back, so that my window sheet will stick to that. And now each of my stars is a window. Now I'm only going to use one shaker element for this card, but I want the shaker bits to stay near their window. So I'm going to create 3 separate windows on this card. I think that's the best thing. Otherwise, you're not going to see the shaker bits very much in the top window. They would always kind of settle to the bottom. And I'm using the flat white glittery spots for this. I think these are so fun. And truth be told, I should have added a lot more of these to each window. They kind of get lost in there, like there's not very much. So I'm quite sad about that. But learn from my mistake and add some more to your windows. You can always get more embellishments, right? All right, so I removed the adhesive off the back of my foam tape, and then I'm adding a little liquid glue, which allows me to be able to move this around if I don't get it placed down perfectly the first time. So that was really helpful. Then you can see my little shaker stars. They're so fun. And to this, I'm going to add those images from the North Pole Gnome set that you already have seen colored up. I added the bag of presents to the sleigh, and that's going in the center over my gold star. And then Mr. and Mrs. Claus are going to be at the bottom. I love how she has a plate of cookies and milk. Then the gnome that is like an elf and the little reindeer sitting down are going to go at the top. Remember, there's one other reindeer. He's standing up, and I'm going to save that one for later. So now remember, this panel is 8.5 by 3.5. So I have cut my paper, that's my card base, to 8 3/4 by 7.5 and scored it at 3 3/4. This is going to allow me to have a red border all the way around my shaker, and it's still going to fit into a business-sized envelope, which is important. We want to have an envelope that this fits in. And next I am bringing in an embellishment called Bokeh Stars. Bokeh? I think it's Bokeh. Yeah, stars. And so these are just really pretty much clear, and they have an iridescent shine to them. And so that's going to be a subtle but really helpful addition to the outside of the card. I'm adding my little Rudolph. You can see I colored his nose red to the inside of my card for something special on the inside as well. Now you can see when I shake this, you can't see very many of my shaker bits. I think because they're so flat, they probably, some of them got a little bit attached to my foam. Even though the foam I used is not sticky on the edges, I think it probably just got trapped there a little bit, so I wish I would have added a lot more of those shaker bits. But there's still a few moving around in there, and I think this card turned out so cute. I absolutely love this slimline die, and I think it's a really fun way to create a card that doesn't have to be a full scene. Now, make sure you tune back in tomorrow for sneak peek day 2, and also we'll be back on Thursday the 21st with the full release for you. I'll see you all again very soon. Happy stamping! Bye!